So, what's up everyone on YouTube? TheMainManSWE here. I've been requested by the audience here to take a look at a clip from Aris's stream, and apparently he's going to be talking about Tekken 7. Everyone's a little too strong in Season 3. He will be talking about the power creep, which I and, well, a lot of people have been observing. And yeah, I can already say that I'm going to concur because I think that's what he will be stressing. And hopefully you can hear his voice clearly.
One thing I gotta say though is, as far as fighting games go, I'm a really big fan of the competitive aspect of it as far as tournaments. I mean, that's for the last...
But I love hearing the airplane, the jet in the background, and just Aris, who seems to be not too fond of planes, being on a plane here. It's,
you know, beautiful. 2 years, 3 years even. That's been like...
Is it low?
How I've really connected to fighting games as an enthusiast and as a viewer. So I've really been like into making it more fun to watch. You know, there have been points in Tekken's history where, you know, honestly now, Tekken is really bloated. That's a big problem with the game right now. They added so much to it. They buffed every character because they're too afraid to nerf too hard. And now every character has crazy damage, crazy wall carry. It's just like really, what's it called? Power creep.
Everyone is having a great day.
That's a shitload of power creep.
There's a shit. Sorry, my notifications are super loud because I had to crank up the volume up to 11 on this on the desktop audio because Aris video was so low on the audio.
Man, Tekken 7 is so weird.
Oh, yeah.
I watched some Tekken 7 yesterday. The game feels bloated, right? I know everyone feels that way. There's no way you could argue. Every character, there's like a power creep. Every character is like weirdly powerful in a way that doesn't look right. The wall carries, the wall damage, the moves that are being abused, it feels like the power levels of all these characters is so high. It makes the game's overarching system feel antiquated. Like,
I just want to interrupt Aris here and very quickly say that we've seen this type of balancing before in Tekken games, and Tekken 7 right now very much resembles Tekken 5. Tekken 5 used to be this way where every character operates at 150%. Can we really say this character is broken when this character is also super broken? Everyone is over the top. Tekken 5, Tekken 7. But when you have middle ground games like Tekken 6 and Tag 2, where they toned it down, the overall output of every character. And then in Tekken 7, it already was pretty much like Tekken 5 on release, where everyone had over-the-top moves and damage, but it slowly and slowly has seen this power creep, where it's basically on par with Tekken 5.
The characters are stronger than the game's system, you know? Like, it's almost like these moves are too good, they do so much damage, the combos are so good, too much damage, but the system keeps you still, you can't move around the way you're supposed to, around these bombs. Like, they've created these, like, explosive moves that are so much damage, and then the system is antiquated now because it's Season 3, you can't move
I realized
around
I'm blocking the Lord and Savior.
It's an interesting problem, but I guess, you know, what can you do, right? I don't think they have any experience making a Tekken like Tekken 7, because the game itself obviously was really great around Season 2. Everyone loved it, right? End of Season 1, beginning of Season 2. But then usually they start making a new Tekken after that.
Yes, Season 1 and Season 2 were generally very favored. Tekken 7 was on a roll, you know. We hadn't seen Season 3, new moves and Leroy yet. But Season 2 is a little bit overhyped as well. I mean, Geese Howard in Season 2, Steve Fox in Season 2, Jin in Season 2. Those characters, you know, dominated tournaments, and Kazumi. people, I think, are wearing very, you know, rose-tainted sunlight, glasses looking at season 2. It's a little bit nostalgic and romanticizing, in my opinion. It certainly had its problems, season 2.
They don't really
rose-tainted.
They had to take this thing that was already good, success, high five, and okay, now we know how obnoxious Tekken fans are. You know, they're all a bunch of demanding cocksuckers. So how are we gonna make this game last for
some
years?
Of them.
How are we gonna do that? And it really is in a way their first try. Because like I said, when you bloat up the characters' strengths, but the system stays the same, it's gonna feel weird. I think that game has gotten a little weird now. The characters are too powerful. And this is all excluding. Wow, is that a Joe Higashi showing his ass cheeks? Whoa, it is. Cool emote. Joe Higashi, dude? Damn, I haven't heard from that guy in forever. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, bloated Tekken. It's not easy, man. Pleasing fans who aren't obnoxious is challenging enough. And then you put in the beastly fucking super fans that Tekken has, the demanding, entitled super fans from all over the globe. Yeah, it's not going to be easy to please those people. And then you have to, balance your game around competition. Shit's challenging, man. Jobs are hard, dude. They are. No matter what the job, it's hard. Even if it seems easy, like making video games. But man, that shit's emo.
Okay, I thought he was going to go into a little bit more detail, but so basically, yes, there's a power creep in season 3. What are some signs of this? Well, there are a million signs of it, but a terrible thing about Tekken 5 and Tag 2 was that basically you get launched and then you lose 70% of your HP, and then you're at the wall, you stand up and you have to take another mix-up. And it was usually, you duck, mid, you die, or a low kills you. You basically take a 50-50, and it was so vital to launch the opponent. And Tekken 7 certainly did not start out that way. It certainly, you had a couple of characters who, defied all sorts of logical damage, like Paul and Katarina in Rage, Akuma. You had some examples of it, but most of the time you would survive 2 juggles. So there was often like 3 mix-ups until you died, or 4. And now suddenly we find ourselves in season 3, and just looking at the season 3 update alone, everyone got a new move, and turns out most of those new moves were great ways of adding damage. It's like my main character Kazuya got back 2-1, which suddenly, that move alone, we staple 3 electrics now into whatever, and his damage goes up significantly. This didn't only happen to Kazuya, it happened to a lot of characters. And suddenly, wall travel was exponentially increased on a lot of characters. And what all of this adds up to is that you go back to this Tekken 5 formula of launchers are very important in season 3. Launch someone, take them to the wall, they take another mix-up, and they die. Again, as I told you before, this resembles Tekken 5, and this, everyone is ultra powerful. Tekken 5 did that first. It's not something that's new and exclusive to Tekken 7. We've seen it before, and Tekken 7 has always been like that. It's just that season 3 has exponentially increased that particular aspect of the game. But Tekken 7 has always been like that. And in terms of bloating, also something I've said for a long time, you can't have 50 characters in a Tekken game. It just doesn't work when the characters are as complicated as they are here. You have 100 moves each. Like, who is going to have time to pick this up? It's like Leffen said quite truthfully, and of course he looks at it as a professional fighting game player, but he said that Tekken rewards veterans too much. Newcomers, you know, you come in and certainly you can pick up the general gameplay pretty quickly if you work your ass off with the movement, you know, Korean backdash and all of that. But in terms of learning the matchups, I don't care how genius you are, you're going to need a shitload of time to do that. You know, even as a veteran player, you know, coming to Tekken 7, learning Fakumram, Akuma, Leroy, Negan, Noctis, Geese, takes a lot of time. And all of the new moves, and the game is patched constantly. Imagine just being a newcomer, you know, to fighting games and picking up Tekken 7. I want to become a tournament player. It's like, honestly, I've been playing this game for 25 years, and I played full time. I can't learn all of this. So the game is horribly bloated. And this is where I'm hoping, I didn't want to get into Tekken 8 in this video, but what I'm hoping for is, you know, scale down the roster to 25 characters, put more production value into those characters, because it's so bland in Tekken 7. You can tell they didn't have a budget. They've removed win poses, intro poses. There's no facial animation anymore. Play Tekken 4, Tekken 5, when Kazuya holds them by the throat and says, Hanashiri Narana. He moves his entire face. There is facial animation. In this game, Tekken 7, only his jaw moves. Hanashiri Narana. That's it. They've scaled down. There are no production values. There are too many characters. Take it down to 25 characters. Give them more intro poses, win poses, customization options. Give everyone the spotlight in the story mode. Smaller roster, but do more with each and every character. I think that would be the smart way of going about it. And you would also not drive competitive players fucking insane with, oh, keep up with 50 characters, you know, with patches left and right, and oh, upcoming DLC, let's make it 55. The game is horribly bloated. Horribly bloated. And it's like, as we talked, or as Mr. Aris and I've talked about before, you know, these ultra powerful characters that resemble Tekken 5, you remove depth in the game. You add needless complexity with a million characters, which is just bloating. It doesn't give your game depth. You want depth. You want depth. If I fart with my mouth a bit more when I do that, you want depth. I make my point just that much stronger. But you want depth. I can't stop farting when I do that. Depth. Why my saliva is going crazy today? We want depth. Now I can't stop doing it. It's turning into a tick. But having a lot of characters, that's just complexity. And complexity doesn't make for a good story. Watch Inception. That's not being smart. That's not depth. That's just complexity. A dream upon a dream. What we want in Tekken is, you know, decision making and having a lot of options in the gameplay. When you put in super mids like Claudio's back one that covers all defensive options, you reduce the depth of the game. And if you restrict movement, you reduce the depth of the game. Why do you restrict movement but put in a lot of characters? That's going completely anti what Tekken used to be. And that was the great Tekken. But certainly, I love Tekken 7, but with Tekken 8, like, don't keep going into this simplistic route of dumbing down gameplay and adding characters for complexity's sake, because it's reverse of what you should be doing, in my opinion. But so that was Aris' video on everyone's a little too strong in Season 3, power creep in fighting games, and how apparently all Tekken fans are cocksuckers. Okay. But still love Aris, of course. I really wish he would be doing more commentary, but now we don't have any Tekken tournaments whatsoever, so yeah, it just sucks. But good video, and I hope you enjoyed my little thoughts on his video.